Hey everyone, Greta here. So today we are going to talk about the angle of our elbows when we're doing arm balance. Some of us when we're doing arm balance could be chaturanga, it could be side crow, it could be konyasan 1, 2, any of those asymmetrical arm balances. A lot of times you might see, or it might be you, that when you are actually using effort to do it, when you're bending the elbows, they might go out to the side like that. And why is that? If that is you, you might want to check out the position of the elbow. The eye of the elbow, you actually want to be turning towards the front of the room, i.e. the front of the mat, so that when you bend the elbows, they will be facing to the back and not out to the sides. And the reason is because when you're just placing the hands down like that, chances are the eye of the elbow, they would turn in. That's because it's just an easier way for the body to be in the place, because when you're doing this, the shoulders are in an internal rotation versus external. Because when you're externally rotating the shoulder, it requires a lot more muscular effort than just internally rotating. When you're internally rotating the shoulder, i.e. the bend of the elbow, the eye of the elbow facing inside, you're using a lot of the upper traps to do the work. And the upper traps love doing everything. Basically, they are alert like 24/7. They want to do everything. So especially when in our everyday life, we do a lot of, the computer stuff, phone, reading, whatever, we tend to slouch forward a bit. So these guys right here tend to be active anyways. So when we place our hands here without much awareness, chances are, you would kind of collapse into the shape and the upper traps would be working again. Since they're so used to working, if you want to add extra load onto the shoulders, it's very natural for them to do everything. So when you bend the elbows like so, you can see them winging out. So I've seen a lot of people when they, nothing too crazy, maybe just this, bending the elbows, they would wing out to the side rather than pointing towards the back and leaning a bit more forward. Because when you turn the eye of the elbow forward, you're actually changing the shoulder position from internal to external, and that will actually need a lot more muscular activities in the shoulder stabilizing region for them to work. And those muscles, they don't like to work too much. So that is why when you do arm balance, when you're putting so much load onto the upper body, if you don't have that much awareness in your body, or maybe when your body's not yet ready to do the shape and you are really putting way too much effort into it, then the upper traps will do everything and you splay the elbows out. So what you actually want to do is take a step back. Don't be afraid to take steps back, because I know that yoga is very popular nowadays. Everyone's doing like all these crazy vinyasas and doing all those crazy arm balance poses that sometimes you don't want to be the oddball. You don't want to feel left out. So you really want to work really hard to kind of be in the crowd. But then again, not every body is ready for those shapes. You might be looking around the room, you might be thinking, oh, that person's doing it, that person's doing it, so I have to do it too. No, you don't have to do it. And no, not everyone is actually ready for it, or not everyone is doing it according to what those muscles should be doing. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm struggling, when you see the elbows flying out, this is not a very comfortable shape. You're really supporting, you're really holding yourself up rather than pushing the floor away with the shoulders and the arms. So if that is you, okay, if you're doing this when you're struggling, or maybe doing this when you're struggling, take a step back. Okay, come back into plank. And maybe just come back into plank and see, oh, can I turn my elbows to front? So that once you turn here, immediately you feel a lot more space in this region of the body. And that's very important, because you don't want to be in this shape the whole time, because you're here the whole time, you're here the whole time. You don't need this in yoga. You need more space. So if in plank you're like, no, I still can't feel it, go into half plank, or maybe in tabletop. Okay, take the load away, find it, and then maybe just stay here, maybe stay here, maybe do here. Once everything feels good and ready, no problem. Remember, yoga is for everyone, but not every yoga shape or yoga asana or yoga pose is for everyone. Okay, there's always a variation, there's always an option for the body, so just choose and pick the option that works best for you. And I think that is the way to go. That is how you practice intelligently, consciously, and that is, in a way, you can have a more sustainable practice. Hope it's helpful to you. Okay, let me know in the comment below what you want to know more about, and if I can help, I'd love to share. And like the video, share it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. If you'd like to practice with me online and in person, just go to my Facebook page, go to my IG page, drop me a message there, and I'll get back to you ASAP. Alright, see you again soon. Take it easy.